Okay, let's start. So we were discussing the concept of uh, linear equation in two variables, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and we have already discussed let me check the exercise first. Okay, write four solutions. And yesterday only we were discussing about that. Now let's discuss the next part and let's finish this exercise today. This chapter, let's finish the whole chapter today. Let's continue. So the next part says check which of the following are solutions of the equation x minus 2y is equals to 4 and which are not. Here part 1 like subparts are there 0 comma 2 we have to check it whether it's a solution or not. Another one is 2 comma 0 we have to check whether it's a solution or not. Another one is 4 comma 0 we have to check whether it's a solution or not. Similarly, we are having number 4 from here root 2 comma 4 root 2 we have to check whether it's a solution or not. uh, Number 5 1 comma 1 we have to check whether it's a solution or not. So here I'm not going to solve all the like subparts. Let's do few. So mm, let's take this 2 comma 0, okay, and this one. Let's do this two together. And yeah, hi Reem, how are you?
Good, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, I'm also good. So the yesterday's continuation here, the question says check which of the following are solution of this equation. The given equation you can see over here. We have to check which one is the solution. So the here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all one by one we have to check over here. As you can see 2 and 4 I have marked over here. That means these two we are going to discuss over here and the remaining all I'll be leaving for you. Okay. So let's do this two together. So our equation is the yellow highlighted equation is the our equation and we have to check whether this point is solution or not. For checking the solution, what we will do, x minus 2y we are having over there, that is equals to 4 we are having over there. Now here we will substitute x value, here we will substitute y value and we will solve the left hand side part only. Okay, so x minus 2y only we will solve by substituting x value as a 2 and y value as a 0. And once you will solve it, you will get 2 minus 0 over here, that is 2. What we want to find, what we want to get over here, x minus 2y has to be 4. Such a value of x and y only will be acceptable. Here we are not getting 4, so it's not the solution. It's not solution. Let's check the other one, 4 comma 0. So again we will be doing the same thing. We are having x minus 2y is equals to 4. Here on the left hand side part only I am going to substitute x value and y value. So x value is 4 and y value is 0. We need, like, our purpose is to find 4. Okay, by doing this calculation, let's check, are we going to get 4 or not. So 4 minus 2 into 0 is 0. 4 we are getting. So if you will look at it carefully, you can see here we are just solving the left hand side part. Just a second. No? We are only solving the left hand side part and we want to get the right hand side, that is 4. Okay, so yes, here we can say yes, it's it's the solution, or it's one of the solution. Okay, now if we will do number 4 from here, same way we are going to do. Okay, what we'll be doing, we are having the equation x minus 2y is equals to 4. Here we will be substituting x value and y value, and our purpose is to get 4. If we are getting 4, we can say it's a solution, and if we will not get 4, we will say it's not a solution. So let's check it. So x is under root 2 and 2 into y. Y is 4 root 2. Okay. If we will do the calculation, we will be getting root 2 over here minus 8 root 2. Okay. And if we will do the calculation, like simplify it again, root 2 is just like a x. Okay, you can take out root 2 common over here and we will be having 1 minus 8, like that. And you can do the calculation, 1 minus 8 is minus 7, so it became minus 7 root 2. You can also understand it in this way, that root 2 is just like x. So basically here we are having x minus 8x. So x minus 8x will be minus 7x, and instead of x we are having root 2. Okay, so this way we will be solving, and what we wanted to get, we wanted to get this 4, but we are not getting that 4, so we can say it's not the solution. Okay, it's not solution. So basically one by one, for number 1, for 2, for 3, for 4, for 5, one by one we will be just substituting the point given, like x comma y, which is given over here. We will be substituting it in the equation, and we will be checking whether we are getting 4 or not. Why 4? Because 4 is here in our equation. So after doing the simplification on the left hand side, if we are getting the right hand side 4, it's the solution. If we are not getting the right hand side 4, then we will say it's not the solution. Now the next part over here is to plot the graph. Okay, is it clear to everyone? This much is clear to everyone, yes or no? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's move ahead. So now the next part is graph of a linear equation in two variables. We will be discussing how to plot a graph of linear equation in two variables. Graph of a linear equation in two variables. So let's take a equation. Let's say x plus 2y is equals to 6. This is a linear equation in two variable, and our we are going to plot a graph of this equation. Okay, a graph of this equation. So since, as you can see, the name is linear equation, so the graph will also be a straight line. That's why the name is linear equation over here. Okay, Name of this equation is linear equation because once we will plot the graph, we will end up getting a straight line, not a curve like this. Okay, that's why this type of equation is called linear equation. Let's plot the graph. So the process of plotting the graph is first make the table. Okay, here x y, as you know, if you have understood the coordinate geometry chapter, you already know that for plotting the like graph, or maybe plotting the coordinates or point A, point B, point C, point D, if we want to locate point in the coordinate plane, then we must need few coordinates. Here what we are having in hand, here we are having just this linear equation. We don't have any coordinate. We don't have any coordinate in the format of 2 comma 3, maybe 4 comma 5, maybe 6 comma 11. This type of coordinate we don't have, so that we can go ahead and we can locate it here like that, and we can join them. So we don't have any coordinate. We have to create coordinate at first, and then we can go ahead and we will locate it, and then we will join all of them together to get the graph. So from the very beginning we have to do each and everything from getting the points. So how we will get the points. So for that only I have made one table over here. Now here, let's take any random x value. So uh, if you want to recall, then you can recall that. Just give me a second. No? Okay, Reem, your mic is not working. Which part you are unable to understand? This part? Check which of the following are solution of the equation or not. Please answer it in the chat box. Whether the solution part is not clear to you. Okay, so here, this is the question. Check which of the following are solution of the equation written over there. I'm not writing. Okay, this is given in the question itself. Check which of the following are solution of this equation and which are not. So this is the question given, that which point are the solution and which point are not the solution. Now here, this is also a question. This is also a question. This is also a part of the question. I have not written it by myself. Okay, 0 comma 2, if you will open, please everyone, when you are coming here to attend the class, open the book in front of you. Okay, so that when I am taking the question, you will be able to relate that okay, it is given in the question, this is what given, and that is what we have to find. Okay, otherwise you will end up getting confused that why I am writing root 2 for root 2, why I have written 0 comma 2, why I have written 1 over here, why 2 over here, suddenly what I am doing over here. So please open the book, then you will be able to understand that these are the just the question I have copy pasted over here. Okay, and we need to check whether these are the solution or not. To check whether these are the solution or not, what we will be doing, I am doing the first one for you, that here 0 comma 2 is given in the question. So what we will do, our equation is x minus 2y is equals to 4. This is our equation. Here we will substitute x value as a 0 and y value as a 2, and we will only solve this part. We will only solve this circled part after substituting the x value and the y value, and we will check whether we are getting 4 or not. Why 4? Because on the right hand side of the equation 4 is there. So after doing the calculation, we must get 4. If we are getting 4, then yes, it's a solution. If we are not getting 4, then we will say no, it's not a solution. So what we will do, our equation is x minus 2y is equals to 4. Here, left hand side only I am going to take, that is x minus 2y. Here I will put x value, that is 0, given in the question, and y value, that is 2, given in the question, and we will be doing the calculation. After doing the calculation, we will get here minus 4. We wanted to get 4, which was there in the equation, and we got minus 4. So we can say no, it's not, it's not the solution. You can read the instruction given in the question again carefully. It's written in the question itself that check which are solution, which are not. Check which are solution, which point are solution, which point are not solution. So the first point is not solution. That's what we got now. For the next one, number 2, now only we have discussed that 2 comma 0 is given. So we have substituted 2 and 0 in the left hand side only, in the x minus 2y part, and then we have done the calculation. After doing the calculation, we must get 4. Here also we were not getting 4, as you can see over here. As you can see over here, we were not getting 4. So I have written here, it's not solution. Now the third one we have checked, and we have again repeated the same process. X minus 2y is equals to 4. The same equation is there. Now here we have substituted x value as a 4 and y value as a 0, and we have done the calculation. Here after doing the calculation we got 4. So as you can clearly see here, after doing the calculation I got 4, and then I have written yes, it's one of the solution. From infinitely many solution, 4 comma 0 is one of the solution. Similarly, we have checked for the fourth one, that is root 2 comma 4 root 2, and here also x minus 2y is equals to 4 is there. Here we have substituted x value, y value on the left hand side, and we have done the calculation. If you are not sure about this calculation, again I am telling you, x minus 2y we are having. Here x is root 2 given in the question itself, and y is 4 root 2 given in the question itself. Okay. Now here we are having root 2 minus, if you will do the multiplication over here, then you have to multiply 2 with 4. Okay, the number which is inside the square root, that we can't multiply with the whole number. Okay, which is just without a square root. If you are having a square root number, that is a square root 3, and if you are having only 4, then you cannot multiply both of them. You can write both of them together, 4 root 3. Okay. However, if you are having here 2 root 3 into 4, this 2 you can multiply with 4 because both are free from the root. So both can get multiplied with each other. So now we will be having 8 root 3. Similarly, here we will be having 8 root 2. Now I told you, take out root 2 as a common factor. So as you can see, root 2 here, root 2 here, we have taken out root 2 as a common factor, and now we are having 1 minus 8, which will give us root 2 outside, and 1 minus 8 will be minus 7. Okay, that is minus 7 root 2 is the answer. And what we wanted to do, uh, our purpose was to just calculate this equation to get the answer. No, we wanted to check whether 4 is coming or not. Here, after doing the whole calculation, 4 is not coming, which was there in our equations right hand side. 4 we are not getting. So here you can see I have clearly written that it's not the solution because we are not getting 4. Okay, is it clear now, Reem? Let me know. Is it clear? Okay. Okay. Let's move ahead. So now we are discussing how to plot the graph of a linear equation in two variables. I was telling that this type of equations name is linear equation. Why? Because once we will plot the graph, you will be able to see that the graph will be having a straight line. That's why this type of equation is called a linear equation. That is some extra knowledge. Now let's start with the process. How to plot the graph. Okay. Now for plotting the graph, we need some point like some coordinates we need, so that those coordinate we can locate in the coordinate axis and then we can join them together to get the straight line. For creating the point, what we can do previously, if you will recall what we have discussed in the yesterday's class, finding 4 solution, finding 5 solution, finding 6 solution. If you will recall what we were doing over there, we were taking some random value of x and we were finding the y value for that. So we were taking some random value for x, maybe 0, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. So we were taking some random value of x and we were calculating y value for that with the help of given equation. So randomly, if I have taken x as a 0, let's check what will be the value of y. X plus 2y is equals to 6 given in the question. 0 I have taken for x plus 2y is equals to 6. 2y is equals to 6, and then from here we are getting y is equals to 6 by 2, that means 3. So when I have taken x as a 0, I got y as a 3, and I can say here we got one coordinate, that is 0 comma 3. Similarly, when I have taken x as a 1, what will be the value of y? So x I have taken, we are having the equation x plus 2y is equals to 6. X I have chosen as a 1 plus 2y is equals to 6. So 2y is equals to 6 minus 1. So 2y is equals to 5 and y is equals to 5 by 2. Whenever you are getting such a point like in fraction, here 5 by 2, if you will convert it in decimal, it will be 2.5. 2 times 4, yeah, it will be 2.5, which is like possible to locate it in the coordinate axis. But whenever you are getting fraction or decimal, just try to avoid that point. Okay, we will always try to make the coordinate in like both the numbers should be integers. Integer means 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, or maybe minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4, just like that. We will always try to get such number which will be easier to locate in the coordinate axis. If suppose you are solving, you have taken a random x value, let's say 3, here you have taken 3. Okay, and if you will calculate y value, so our equation is x plus 2y is equals to 6. So 3 plus 2y is equals to 6. 2y is equals to 6 minus 3, that means 3, and y will be 3 by 2. What is the point? Point is x is 3 and y is 3 by 2. Now this one you will like get confused how to locate it when you will be having the graph paper, when you will be having x-axis, y-axis, here 1 2 3, here 1 2 3, just like that. So if we are having 3 comma 3 by 2, then you will be able to understand, okay, x is 3. Here is x3. Y is 3 by 2. That will confuse you. So that's why here only I am telling you, whenever you will be taking the random x value, please take such value of x which will give us whole number as a y value. Okay. Or I must say integer as a y value. If you are getting 3 comma 3 by 2, okay, it's okay. We can find 4 solution, 5 solution, 10 solution, 20 solution. We can take any, like we can create any number of solution. So rather than drawing this box 4 times, I can draw it 1, 2, 3, few more time. But our we want to create at least 4 such point which will be easier to locate. That's it. So the first point you can see 0 comma 3. Easily we will be able to locate it. Next point we got x as a 1, y as a 2.5. 2.5 also we will be able to locate. On the graph paper in between 2 and 3 there will be 2.5. So that this one we can locate it. The next one, when we have taken x as a 2, let's check what will be the value of y. So we are having x plus 2y is equals to 6. Here when x is 2, we have to find the y value. Okay, so 2y is equals to 6 minus 2, that is 4, and y will be 4 by 2, that means 2 only. Okay, so y we got 2. So the coordinate from here we got 2 comma 2. So 3 points we have already got. I said to you find at least 4 point and just go and plot the graph. So if we are taking x as a 4, let's check what will be y value. Here we are taking x as a 4. Let's check what will be the value of y. Okay. So we will be having 2y is equals to 6 minus 4. 2y is equals to 2, and here we are getting y is equals to 1. So when I have chosen x as a 4, I got y as a 1. When we have taken x as a 4, we got y as a 1. So one of the point we got, or you can say one of the solution we got is 4 comma 1. Now let's locate it in the coordinate Cartesian plane coordinate axis, and let's make the graph. So suppose this way we are having the graph paper. Here we are having 0. Here we are having plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6, plus 7. Just like that. Here we are having negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. On the upside we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the downside we are having minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, just like that. Y-axis, x-axis. Now our points are, the first point you can see here, the first point we are having as 0 comma 3. The next point we are having 1 comma 2.5. Next point we are having 2 comma 2. After that we are having 3 comma 3 by 2, which I said to avoid it. We are not going to locate it. It's fine. The next point we have found 4 comma 1. Okay, so let's locate it one by one. 0 comma 3. So x is 0, y is 3. So definitely the point will be this one. This is the point which is 0 comma 3. Next one is 1 comma 2.5. Okay, so x is 1 and y is 2.5. X is 1 and y is 2.5. So maybe in between 2 and 3 there is 2.5. So x is 1, y is 2.5. This is the point where x is 1 and y is 2.5. Okay, if you will be having graph paper, then easily you will be able to locate the point 2.5 in between 2 and 3. Now the next point is 2 comma 2. So x is 2 and y is also 2. So maybe here we are having the point. Okay. After that, here we are having the point. After that, the next point is 3 comma 3 by 2, which I said It's okay, we have found. Just keep it aside and let's just go for the other point, that is 4 comma 1. So x is 4 and y is 1. X is 4 and y is 1. This is the point we are having. That's why before this chapter we have discussed the concept of coordinate geometry, so that you will be able to locate the point, you will be able to locate it very easily, and then we can just join all of them together with the help of scale. Okay, all of them we need to join with the help of scale, and you will see that we are getting a straight line. This is just a rough sketch. I am not using a scale, I am not using the graph paper. That's why it is not accurate at all. Okay, when you will be doing it on graph paper with the help of scale and pencil, your line will be a perfect straight line, and that is the graph of the equation x plus 2y is equals to 6. This is the graph of this equation. Okay, if it is clear, well and good. Let's do few more questions so that it will be more clear to you. Here only I want to add one thing, that rather than finding this like 4 point, 5 point, 6 point, even if we will create only 2 point, we can plot the graph. What 2 point? Like what we have to take when we want to create only 2 point? Then I would say that take x as a 0 and find y value. And the other point, take randomly y as a 0 and find x value with the help of given equation. So our equation was x plus 2y is equals to 6. Our equation was x plus 2y is equals to 6. What I am telling you, when you have to do it quickly, then there is a short trick, there is a shorter method which says that rather than finding 3 4 point, you can also find only 2 point and you can plot the graph. But the condition is, those 2 point, in while finding those 2 point, you cannot take any x value, any y value. You have to take x as a 0 and you have to find the y value. You have, and the other one, you have to take y as a 0 and you have to find the x value. So here I am saying, take x as a 0 and find y value with the help of given equation. So x plus 2y is equals to 6. We are having x, I am taking as a 0, and we are going to find the y value. If you will see here, we are getting y is equals to 6 by 2, that is 3. So when we have taken x as a 0, we got y as a 3. Now the other condition I am telling you to follow is, take y as a 0 and find x value. So the same equation we are having, x plus 2y is equals to 6. We are taking y as a 0 and we want to find x. And here you can see we got x as a 6, because 2 into 0 will be 0 only. So x we got 6. So the point is 6 comma 0. With the help of only these 2 points, without doing that much of like creating points and all, with the help of only this 2 point, you will be able to plot the graph. You can see here we are having 1, here 2, here 3, here 4, here 5, here 6 on the x-axis, here -1, -2, -3, -4, just like that. Here +1, +2, +3, +4, +5 on the y-axis. Here -1, -2, -3, -4, just like that. And the points we are having is, the first point is 0, 3. When x is 0, y is 3. So this is the point which is 0, 3. And the other point is 6, 0. So this is the point which is 6, 0. When you will join this two, you got the graph. This is the graph of equation x plus 2y is equals to 6. So either follow this process of finding so many points randomly, or follow this process when we are just taking 2 points and plotting the graph. But these 2 points are not random point. Again, I am repeating here, you must take x as a 0 and you have to calculate y. And the other point you will be getting by taking y as a 0 and calculating x value. Okay, this is how you will be able to get 2 points, and once you will locate those 2 points and you will join them, you will end up getting the graph of the linear equation. Let's do few more questions from here. And this graph, what is the difference between this graph and that graph? So both the graph will be same only. Okay, both the graph are same only. There also you can see it's 0 3 and here it will touch 6 on the x-axis. If you can see my cursor, it will touch x-axis. Here it will touch x-axis. My graph is not that accurate, that's why it's not touching, but it will touch x-axis at 6. Here also it is touching x-axis at 6 comma 0 only. So there is no difference in between both the graph. Both the graph is exactly same. However, the first one, since we have taken a lot of point, the first one is quite accurate than the second one. Okay, but both are correct. Whatever method you will follow, the first one or the second one, you will get the full marks only. Okay. Now the next, let's plot the graph of y is equals to minus x plus 2. Okay. The shorter method says that take 2 points only. The 2 points will be take x as a 0 and find y value, and then take y as a 0 and find x value. So when we are taking x as a 0, it will be y is equals to minus 0 plus 2. So y will be 2. Our point is 0 comma 2. X is 0, y is 2. When we have taken y as a 0, let's calculate x value. So y is equals to minus x plus 2. This equation we are having, we are taking y as a 0 and we want to find x value. Here you can see x will be 2. Okay. So we are getting x as a 2 and y we are getting 0. These 2 points we have got. Now let's plot the graph. So with the help of only this 2 point, you will be able to plot the graph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here -1, -2, -3. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. This is y-axis. This is x-axis. Here -1, -2. Just like that we are having. So the first point is 0 comma 2. That means y is 0. That means x is 0 and y is 2. This is the point which is x0, y2. And the next point is 2 comma 0. So this is the point where x is 2 and y is 0. Once you will join both the point with the help of a scale, obviously, like this, then you will get the graph y is equals to minus x plus 2. This is the line which represent y is equals to minus x plus 2. This is the uh, this will be a straight line and it will be like a graph of the linear equation which we are having in two variable. If you want to plot the same graph by taking 3 point, 4 point or maybe 5 point, you can do so, but it will take time. During exam, you should solve the questions quickly so that you can save time, and then you can utilize that time for trying, like if there is any different type of question, so you can save time over here and you can utilize that to understand or to check the other type of question. which is quite different from the book question or whatever you have solved previously. So the other method for this one will be, we will be taking xy and we will be taking random number for x. Okay, maybe x as a 1, maybe x as a 2, maybe x as a 5, and we will be calculating the y value. Okay, at least 3 or 4 point you can create over here. I would say not at least, at most 3 or 4 point you can take over here. Please don't take more than that. Okay, and try to avoid getting the decimal value, fractional value, because that will be like difficult to locate on the coordinate axis. If you got x as a, if you have taken for any equation, any random equation, suppose you have taken x as a 2 and you got y as a 1.23, like this, then you will not be able to understand where to locate this point. Okay, 2 comma 1.23, where to locate it, how to locate it. Okay, exactly accurately you will not be able to locate it. That's why I'm telling you to avoid getting fractions. If you are getting fraction, take one more value, such a value which will give you a whole, like integer value. Okay, not whole number, integer. It can be plus, it can be minus, acceptable, but not decimal. Okay, so let's see. We are having the equation y is equals to minus x plus 2, and we want to create few point over here, and randomly I have taken few x value. I can also take minus 1. Okay, randomly few x value I have taken. So we have to calculate y for that. So y is equals to x I have chosen, x I have taken as a 1. So y will be minus 1 plus 2. Y will be 2 minus 1, that is 1. So I got 1 comma 1 as one of the point. Okay, let's move ahead. The other point. So x I have taken as a 2. So y will be minus 2 plus 2. Why minus 2? Because x, at the place of x I am writing 2. So it became minus 2 plus 2. So y we got 0. Again we got such a nice point, that is 2 comma 0. X I have taken as a 5. So y is equals to minus 5 plus 2. Y is equals to minus 3. Okay. When I have taken x as a 5, we got y as negative 3. All well. We can, if even if we are getting a positive number, negative number, it is still acceptable, but not decimal and fraction value. Okay. Because on the graph paper, we will keep on searching the fractions and the decimals. Now, when we are taking x as a minus 1, y will be, y is equals to minus x plus 2, this equation we are having. So, y is equals to minus x, I am taking minus 1 plus 2. So, it will be 1 plus 2, that means y we are getting as a 3. So, I can say the point will be minus 1 comma 3. When I have taken x as a minus 1, I got y as a 3. Let's move ahead. Now, let's plot it. Here we are having x-axis, here we are having y-axis, here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we are having negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, just like that. Here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we are having minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Now let's locate the point. So the first point is 1 comma 1. Okay, you can see here it's 1 1. So x is 1 and y is also 1. So the point will be here. This is the point where x is 1 and y is 1. Now the next point is 2 comma 0. So x is 2 and y is 0. This is the point which is x is 2 and y is 0. Now the next point is 5 comma negative 3. So x is 5 and y is negative 3. We will be able to locate that. X is 5 and y is negative 3. Here we are having that point where x is 5 and y is negative 3, as you can see here. Now the next point we have found, this one, -1 comma 3. Here x is -1 and y is 3. X is -1 and y is positive 3. So this is the point we are. X is -1 and y is positive 3. Now we have to take a scale. We need to take one scale, and we have to join all the points carefully by placing the scale properly. So if you will join them with the help of a scale, like this, you will end up getting a straight line. Okay, like this you will get a straight line, and that is the straight line which will represent the equation, this equation, y is equals to minus x plus 2. This equation's graph is this. Previously we have just within 1 or 2 minutes we have plotted the graph by taking only 2 points. You can see that straight line and this straight line is exactly same. Why I am saying it is exactly same? You can see it is passing through 0 comma, it is touching the y-axis at 2. My graph is also touching y-axis at 2. That graph is touching x-axis at 2 only, and my graph is also touching x-axis at 2, and on the basis of this point I can say both the graph are exactly same graph. Exactly same. Obviously we have taken the same equation in that case also, same equation in this case also, and we have plotted the graph, so obviously both are same only. Previously we have taken just 2 point, now we have taken 4 point. Whatever feels convenient to you, you can do that. If you are having more time, you are done with all the solution in the exam, then you can just take 3 4 point and you can make this graph. If you are running out of time in exam, still you have to make the graph. Go and make the graph by taking only 2 point. 0, x as a 0, find y as a 0, find x, and plot the graph. You will get full marks on. Okay, is it clear to everyone? We are done with this part. Yes, Reem, I have explained it like both one more time. Is it clear now? Let me know. Okay, okay. So yeah, we are done with this chapter, linear equation in two variable. I'll be starting the next chapter in the next class. Meanwhile,